Hey there, welcome to Board Game Barrister, our local game shop in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm Andy, and I'm here with Renee, Elizabeth, Ian, and Gordon, and today we're talking Mind Up from Pandasaurus Games. Let's get into it. Welcome to Mind Up, a game where we're going to be trying to outscore all of our opponents by positioning number cards out on our scorecards here. To start the game, each player is going to get a full set of scoring cards numbered 1 through 5 on the top, as well as a hand of 7 random number cards. And to start our first round, one player at the table is going to take all 5 of their scoring cards and shuffle them up into a random order. Then they're going to flip those down to form a randomized row. In this case, my sequence of cards is 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, which I'm going to announce to all the other players, and they're going to set up their scoring cards in the exact same order. Last thing we're going to do is flip as many cards off the top of the deck as there are players at the table. And then we're going to put those in numerical order from lowest to highest. And then we're ready to get started. So each turn in this game, every player at the table is going to pick one card from their hand that they would like to play for this round in order to claim one of the cards that's out on the table here. Let's just play our 33 for instance, so we're going to put that face down in front of us to indicate that we're ready. Once everybody else has done the same, we're going to flip over all the cards everybody played this round, and we're going to start by looking at the lowest card played, which is this 9 here. That lowest card we are going to line up with the lowest card in our starting row here, and that player is going to collect that card and add it into their scoring area. We'll talk about how that works when we get to our own card. But first, we've got a 16, which is going to score this 7, a 32, which is going to score this 18. Finally, it's our turn with our 33. We're going to score this orange 23 here. And to score this card, we're going to put it in our farthest left scoring card here. This scoring card says that for each card in this row, I'm going to get 3 points at the end of the round. Last up is the 43, scoring this 24. And now all the cards that we played this round are going to become the row for the next round. So we'll just return these to the center, and these are now the cards we're competing to add to our scorecards for next round. Let's ignore that central row for a second and just look at scoring some more cards so we can see how that works. Say the next card we scored was an orange 8. The first thing you're always going to do when you score a card is see if you've already got a card of that color in your scoring area. We do already have an orange card, so the orange card here is going to go into that same column as our previously existing orange card. This is my orange column. If you score a card that doesn't match the color of any of the cards you've already scored, then you continue to move toward the right with the next scoring card. So this 17 is now in my 4 points per card column, which is even stronger than my 3 per card. Maybe I scored a purple 26 next, that's yet another color going into yet another column, and so on and so forth until we have played 6 of the 7 cards in our starting hands. At the end of the round, you're going to have exactly 1 card left in your hand, and instead of playing that card to try to win cards out of the scoring area, the card you kept will actually get added directly into your scoring area. So I managed to keep a blue card, which means that's my 5th different color. That goes into my 5 points per card column, which is my strongest scoring area. And at the end of the round, we're gonna score up for everything we did this round. So I've got 2 points in my 3 per column, which is going to give me 6 points, 2 cards in my 4 per column, that's worth 8 points. We've got a 1, a 2, and a 5. So I've got a base score of 22 points, and then I'm going to add in all the modifiers that are on my scored cards themselves. I've got plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more points to score there, which leaves me at a total of 27 points for the end of the round. Now at the end of each round of play, everybody at the table is going to take all of the cards that they scored during this round, and that becomes their new hand for next turn. We're going to add 1 more random card for each player from the deck, meaning you'll have 8 cards to start round number 2, and then we'll carry on from there. In round number 3, you'll have 9 cards to start the round. The last thing we're going to do for round number 2 is get a new scoring order. So once again, one player at the table is going to shuffle together all 5 of their scorecards, deal out a new order, and then everybody else is going to shift theirs around to match. And whoever's cumulative score between all 3 rounds is the highest is our winner. Alright, we just finished playing with 5 players today. We were really happy to see this game goes all the way up to 5 and even up to 6 players. And the cool part is the number of players isn't going to affect the time it takes to play at all, because you're all choosing a card simultaneously and then carrying out the results of those cards, which takes 10 seconds to do. So it's really great for any number of players, and it's going to take you about half hour to play once you've played once. It was maybe 40 minutes for our first game, but if we played again right now, it would be 25 to 30 minutes.
So Mind Up is in this really interesting category of games where it's play down your card and did you get it or did you not get it? So it has a familiar feeling emotionally as you would in like a trick-taking game or a wagering game, but it doesn't have trick-taking or wagering. It's just this abstract usage of numbers and colors that we've seen in other games too, but it's all down to that head game of, do I think my card is going to be high enough or low enough to get the thing that's going to bank me the most points, and then min-maxing from there.
Yeah, it's interesting because at certain points during the round, people will be going for losing or winning certain cards. So it's like you're not actually always trying to play for the highest, the lowest, or competing against the other players, because I might be on my 1 point card and I don't want to win that color. So now I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to go high, but you're like, man, I need to take the highest card in here. So it's this cool kind of abstract, like, what do I actually think other people are going to do? And multiple times there were on that reveal moment of when everybody flips their card was just like, oh my God, you put that? Why would you do that thing to me? You know, and it's not for you. It's just because I didn't want to win the highest card in the row, right?
18.
Oh, 18.
No!
Oh,
Come on!
With those pluses.
With a 25?
You got
Come on!
You got 'em.
You got the Ord.
Good job, Gordon.
You have agency, like you're making a choice, knowing that it's kind of random, right? Because you don't have control. Like you can make analysis for what you think other people are going for, but you don't remember what numbers they have in their hand. Like if you're doing an insane amount of card counting, you could do that. So you're always trying to kind of guess where are people going to play, and then you get these results that are sometimes screams of joy, sometimes screams of agony, but so it feels like a random reveal, but because you had real agency in it, you're really invested in the outcome, pro or con, and it feels great either way.
As if Elizabeth has the 60.
I don't.
No!
Wow.
No!
All right,
Okay,
who's
so
low?
I'm the lowest
27?
at 27.
That's rough. Then it's me? No, 46.
Really? What the heck,
Then
Noodle?
48.
Everybody's
I wanted
winning
that,
high this time.
No!
Blue, blue for your 5? There you go.
Clearly
Oh, that's
what
a
you
nice
want.
card right there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I thought it was very nice how the scoring on your scoring cards were shuffled on each turn, so you were never able to predict whether you would want the first one to get the more points or a later one to get more points.
I really like the changing tableau
Yep.
of the scoring columns. That was great.
Okay, you're gonna go 5, 4, 3,
What?
1, 2. See, it's random.
That's pretty good.
So when we decided that we were going to play Mind Up for this week, I had some ideas. It was going to be like this game and that game and so on. I had no idea it was going to involve so much laughter. I did not think of this as being a laughing, crazy, party game feel, and that's what it was. And I really was taken off guard by that, and I loved it. It was fantastic.
All right, I think that does it for Mind Up. Thank you so much for watching. We had a really good time playing this one. We hope you had a fun time watching. As always, leave a comment if you got a comment. Subscribe if you want to see our new videos every week when we post them. Hit that like button and check out our online store. Mind Up is in there now, as well as a bunch of other cool games. Thanks so much for joining us this week. We will see you next time.